So they'll be calling you a radical. So he said it in New York. In New York City, the F word in the UN was mentioned. So the head of the IAEA, as you know, I protest there in New York and in Vienna over and over and over, said we are one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation. Then he went off on the Big Z situation in Ukraine. He said it's dire, on the brink, nightmare. For them to say it, the pro-nuclears who are supposed to protect us, they're supposed to have an organization circled. We're going to let one madman, Masako monster, freaking on the verge of annihilation. He just goes off on the situation in the Big Z. So there's supposedly our report says no one can get in. Hello, I'm not a fan of the IAEA, but we got to get inspectors in there. We have to have inspectors in there. It's a fucking nightmare. We're, as he says, one miscalculation away from fucking nuclear annihilation. I'm supposed to be in Bucharest, Romania right now. Number one, I don't have the money. Two, but it's not safe. Eastern Europe is not fucking safe. On the verge of full-blown out nuclear disaster. You know, it kills me. The United States media just proves you the fucking nuclear industry owns the media, owns all of you, owns every one of you. Right down to your bone marrow, your children, your children's children, your fucking garden, your fucking road in front of your house. They own this country. If Fukushima doesn't prove it, and we just let these fuckers do anything to us, the nuclear energy crime syndicate. The fucking media plays ball with them. Academia plays ball with them. Fuck, everybody plays ball. It just goes along and lets these fucking evil, sick killers fucking destroy our fucking planet. Fukushima. Headline news, USA Today, February 2022, after the invasion. Well, it looks like Putin might blow the Big Z. Could be Fukushima-style disaster. So even the IAEA is saying it now. You know, the former head of the IAEA, Amano, who I talked to, who went to Fukushima, I told him right to say, you're crazy to go to Fukushima. You know, Sandra had a cigarette with him. Remember, I was in Vienna at the IAEA when he announced that he died out of nowhere. Oh, no, couldn't have been cancer. No. Let's hide it like we did Fukushima. Oh, it was cancer. On the brink, one miscalculation from annihilation. And here's ICANN sitting there clapping, and all these organizations that, you know, they're supposed to be anti-nuclear. Oh, we're okay with the technology. We just don't like the bomb. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Fucking sugar wars, textile wars, molasses wars, cocaine cowboys, plutonium wars. There's more uranium-238. Somebody was talking on Dana's show yesterday. You know, he calls them disease factories. And say, well, it's clean except for the waste. Wait a minute. Uranium-238 has to be centrifuged and spun into 235 at the beginning. John, filthy and nasty, that fucking centrifuge process. Free radicals! So when he's fucking saying, well, look, we've got to get inspectors. I'll volunteer. I'll go. You know, Putin would love to kill me. Fucking anybody that's anti. Well, they're trying to do it here in the United States. Kick me out medicated. Don't even have a fucking car. What the slander. You think about it. Be an anti-nuclear activist and see what you're fucking up against. While I'm in critical condition, they allow entire teams of trolls are hired by the nuclear industry. Facebook pages, YouTube, 100% dedicated to slander Kevin Blanch. While I'm in an IC unit with my fucking chest split open heart, kick me off Medicaid, financially destroy me, slander me, go out. This is the United States. What do you think Putin does? Putin's just a little more brass about it. You know, these guys just slowly kill you. You know, I don't even have a fucking car. I always thought somebody would come along. I always thought some wealthy philanthropist, there's plenty of them, because guess what? Nuclear fallout doesn't give a fuck about your socioeconomic status there, fucking Musk. All you fucking bazillionaires, there's so many people with so much money, and I can't even get anybody to buy me a decent fucking car. I'm like, all the fucking work I do, you know, and then they wonder why there are no real hardcore fucking good, accomplished anti-nuclear activists, because nobody will support them. You know, thank you to the tiny few that have and the small that running on empty, you know, and so I got to get a car. That's all. It's just that fucking simple. I don't know what I'm going to do. Look, I don't have much debt. I've never even had a credit card. You know, but the credit scoring agencies are so corrupt and crooked. I mean, if you don't have credit, they annihilate you. But I got medical fucking debt laying all over. You know? I got kicked out of Medicaid. $1.8 million leukemia bill post-Fukushima. Fukushima gave me cancer. You know, mixing them with some fucking Roundup. Open heart surgery, that was $300,000. My gallbladder fucking emergency surgery, that was $30,000 fucking dollars. Fucking, I had to have my teeth all fucking pulled. Fucking. So, you know, but you're okay with nuclear energy. What's going on in the Big Z? I can't believe it hasn't already blown. Let's see, you're operating the reactor at gunpoint. It's the biggest fucking reactor in Europe. It has probably more fucking weapons grade uranium-235 stored on site than maybe anywhere on fucking Earth. You think fucking Chernobyl? This thing dwarfs Chernobyl. Chernobyl was one graphite reactor that blew up the fucking. And let's eat that grain. Let's get. I want you to look up where the grain goes. Most of Europe doesn't let it in. Fucking third world countries, you know, poison them with fucking nuclearism. You know, you forgot about Chernobyl, never forgot about you. What about Fukushima? So he mentions Fukushima and just goes off. In New York, the head of the IAEA. Then he just goes off on the Big Z and says, we can't. I'll get in there. I know what to look for. I've been there before. You know, I'll volunteer. I'll go, you know. I'll go. We need a grassroots real organ, and there aren't any. The Post-Ignorance Project. I'll volunteer. I'll go. We don't have, what, I can? The IAEA? I thought they were already in there. I thought they had permanent people in there. He comes right out and says the situation is so incredibly dire we can't get in. Nobody can get in. The world fucking needs to get in. Somebody needs to get in there and fucking look at that thing. We wouldn't even know if it's fucking blow. What are they going to do? Tell you? You know, the only reason we know about Fukushima, the live cam was up and it fucking blew. We need in the fucking Big Z and the other 5 reactors in fucking Ukraine, for that matter. The southern reactor with 3 reactors. I'm hearing all kinds of reports over there. Fuck, can you imagine a fucking nuclear fucking accident? I mean, Fukushima. It would be a Fukushima. Oh, fuck. No, wouldn't be worse. It would be. I mean, we've, in this circle, have always called this the Europeans, Fukushima. I mean, the reactors are the same size, the same spent fuel, the same oxygen. Fukushima is the greatest ecological catastrophe in fucking human history. And everybody. So when he says we're one miscalculation on the verge of annihilation, goes off about Fukushima in New York, and then just the Big Z says we can't get in there, we don't know what's going on in there. At fucking gunpoint, he says it's a catastrophe. Fucking again, I will quote him: one miscalculation on the verge of annihilation. This is the closest we've ever come. Besides Fukushima, well, you're still waiting for the main event. Oh, it happened. And you're going to chalk everything up that happened post-Fukushima to coincidence, including the pandemic. Fucking, my tide pool work. Tide pools wipe out. Fucking salmon fucking collapse. The heat bubble of the Western United States, right? Go ahead. You can live in your fairy tale and your fantasy. I do the fucking work of 1,000 activists easily. I'm accomplished. Look at the fucking work that I've been able to accomplish here in Utah. Fucking, well, at IAEA, the Blanche Box, fucking... How about my fucking work on the shutdown and getting San Onofre shut down? TikTok, Diablo Canyon, clock. I mean, we're on the verge. And here in California, how the fuck is Diablo Canyon Fukushima lessons unfucking learned? You didn't learn fucking nothing from Fukushima. Fucking, let's see, a nuclear reactor on the Ring of Fire. A nuclear reactor in a fucking war zone that's occupied. Oh, fuck. On the brink of annihilation? Well, go talk to the fucking animals in the Pacific Ocean about Fukushima. They'll say, on the brink. You're still waiting for the main event. The nuclear energy emperor has no fucking clothes. Well, one of the emperors fucking spewed it in New York yesterday. Again, I will quote him. One miscalculation on the verge of annihilation. Stay tuned.